Good evening everyone, and welcome to this Mobile Mayhem Season 3 new stream. Today it's going to be for Week 5, Day 1. A lot of good matchups are going to be taking place tonight in this cast. And of course, you can see on the screen, there's already a really nice, juicy snack waiting for you and gonna cast with me. And that's of course Imperium. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty damn good, just turning the volume of my game down so it's not too loud so I can hear your beautiful French accent. Yeah, I'm pretty good. Ready for these hopefully kick-ass Call of Duty Mobile Mayhem games. Yeah, what can we say? The league's getting towards the end. We're getting close to Christmas time. Who's going to be kind of running away in the overall standings? It's definitely going to get interesting. Of course, with the cancellation of the World Championship Stage 5, definitely is definitely a blow to the teams who are training hard for it. But look, like I say, the grind never stops. So it doesn't matter if it's for one tournament, the World Championship. If it gets cancelled, you're always constantly grinding. And I hope that the teams use this event to continue grinding. Call of Duty Mobile.
Yeah, I'm really sad and I'm so frustrated about the fact that Stage 5 is being cancelled, even though I really understand, and that's, according to me, one of the best decisions they took and they made from the side of Call of Duty Mobile, because yeah, that would have been such a mess doing an event in a LAN in these bad health conditions and this pandemic. So I think that's a great decision, even if that disappoints a lot of you guys. I know I share this feeling and I share this feeling with you. But you know what? Instead of focusing on Stage 5, focus on the best EU event so far, which is Mobile Mayhem. And without further ado, we'll just go straight and I'll give you the speech wooden stick. I don't know if you say that in English too. So you can tell us more about tonight's game we have.
Yeah, so of course we are starting off with Singularity versus Viva Gracia for the first game of the day. Looking at the weapon bans, which again, if you're just joining us or if you missed out on a couple of weeks, we are trialing a new system where each team bans a weapon. That means that it hopefully allows for a varied amount of loadouts. It allows for different guns to be shown up and allows for some guns that players are maybe too used to be taken away and take away some of that strength. So yeah, Singularity, they've banned the HVK. That's the gun that has been banned every single game, every single series that we've had so far since introducing it. The HVK has been taken away. And then for the side of Viva Gracia, they've banned over the chopper, which again, I'm always curious. What do you think that's going to change in terms of other loadouts that might be picked in this series flow?
I was looking at the maps actually and was like, maybe is there a strategy hidden behind it where they were looking at the map rotation for these series and maybe saying like, okay, Chopper might be worth a ban, maybe that's a meta we break in. But okay, in fact, I don't think so, except if they go until map 3, which is going to be Domination Fire Range. But the two first maps are pretty basic. Hardpoint and Summit for the first one, and Search and Destroy Meltdown for the second. Hardpoint Summit, there's not a lot of wall bangs you can do, and according to me, Chopper is really used with a wall bang because it's super powerful and has a good fire rate, damages per bullets as well. So I think this is the gun you need to use on such maps like Firing Range, for example. So if they get into game 3, the fact that Chopper is being banned is going to be game-changing, I can swear, and I can tell already. But for the other games, I don't really think it's gonna change that much. HJK obvious ban, as we can see, as it hasn't been patched yet. I know we are hoping for this patch in the next season of COD Mobile, but now Hardpoint Summit Search and Destroy Meltdown is gonna be the first 2 match that we are sure to see tonight. And maybe if we get some more, we'll go into examination that I'm really excited about.
Definitely, we're getting into the start of this game, of course. As you did correctly point out, we are going over the summit for the first map, which is a hardpoint, of course, as normal, the first game mode. Singularity, we know how good they can be, how strong they can be in these games. I think it was in the last time we saw them play, I'm not gonna lie, I forget, but I think they definitely got tested last time we saw them play, so I hope it's going to be the same against Viva Gracia.
Hope it's not going to be the same, yeah, because Singularity are leading currently in the Season 2. We will show the standings a bit after this. Oh, we do have some spectator glitches and insanity here, but we're just going to focus on other players. Singularity are leading their division, which is Division 2, but Viva Gracia are really performant in this MOBILEMAYHEM tournament. So I'm expecting to see some plays happening on both sides, but I can't really tell who's going to take that win, because that's going to be a close match. Really going to be a close match.
It is, but so far, the controller's been heading on over towards Viva Gracia. They got to a hard point first. They've been able to essentially pick apart Singularity and stop them from suppressing in harder. 18 seconds left, and we're seeing a 37-1 lead for the side of Viva Gracia. You can see Mertishka getting 4 kills so far, along with Legend on 3 and Cristalli on 2. So it's pretty good in terms of how the side of Viva Gracia have been able to, above board, control this first hardpoint. But as the next one spawns up, what will Singularity have as an answer?
Yeah, and I'm already guessing that people in the chat or everyone watching the game will say, yeah, but it's not fair. These are iPad on the side of VG against iPad against phone on the side of Singularity. But you guys need to understand something. This tournament is open to every single mobile devices. So I think if Singularity are playing against iPad and they know that, they're going to take that as a training, and on the other side, that's a training too, right? So that's a fair game.
Yeah,
no matter who wins, as long as it's deserved and they play well. So I'm just wishing the best to both of those teams. But now, even if we do see a dominant side on Viva Gracia and for Viva Gracia that are controlling these hardpoints super well, the contest is happening for Singularity. Finally, they're pushing in, throwing the utilities in, and might be able to grab some more points before this one rotates to the third one of these map here.
Yeah, and you know, at the end of the day, your device doesn't change how well you need to play as a team in these kind of games, right? It doesn't change how coordinated you need to be. It doesn't change how communicative you need to be as a team, as a player, right? So if you're getting picked apart one by one, which is kind of what we're seeing from Singularity, where they're just kind of losing those individual kind of fights. And that might be because of the fact that Viva Gracia are using iPads, but at the end of the day, then Singularity have to go, wait, we need to stick together as a team, right? We need to look to shut them down and suppress them in a 3-1, 2-1. We do see Hefferdeath getting a couple of a double kill with Nex getting a single kill. So that's pretty good for Singularity, but they need to continue this. It's 74-43, a nice solid turnaround for Singularity we're seeing in front of our eyes.
Impressive now, but everything is going to come up to these rotations now for the fourth hardpoint. We do have Legend being taken down thanks to the short mercy and win by Insanity. That's really hard to spectate as you have this DRH glitch, which is pretty funny to watch. But the score getting closer and closer now, only a few points away from taking back the tie and the lead against Viva Gracia now on the side of Singularity. But the rotations, they tried to do it, but Legend is going to deny those. He's just sitting in the corner. Everyone is cross-firing over this top Charlie position for the next hill. Slayer is going to get one, is going to get two. Gets the third, pushes super aggressively, and there's only one play remaining. And if he doesn't choke that, he might be able to reach this point. And Insanity coming for the backup help and support. And here we go. Singularity came back in the game and took the lead over again.
And you know how they did that, other than the fact that obviously they turned around. In my opinion, they did that by playing more as a team. I've seen multiple little engagements where Singularity have played as a 3-4-man team, right? Supporting each other. So if one got dropped, they got that instant return. It's just that level of control that Singularity are now pushing out in this game and starting to take the lead. And that's exactly what they need to do.
Exactly what they need to do, but the retake has happened for Vivic, and I can't see how both teams could massively dominate from now on, because we do see that they understood the way the other team is playing, so they are pretty much setting themselves up to avoid and pre-fire everything that they can do to be aggressive on each side. Legend is sitting by the iron wall, the metal wall, just waiting for players to push in. Who's going to get traded back by Slayer, sitting in the side, contesting it as long as possible. But Sin is coming, taking him away, and getting those points for Vivek Ratcha now. Only 40 points away from taking the win, but I'm pretty sure Singularity is not going to give up that easily in this game.
You see they're looking to make a breach in towards this hardpoint that is currently being controlled by side of Vivic. Of course, you've got 20 seconds left, and this hardpoint is going to continue to be taken over by the side of Vivic. Great response, great defense is being turned around though by Singularity. With 10 seconds left, they will need to think about this next hardpoint though, Flo.
They need to think about this next hardpoint, and they're not messing up that much. We do see Slayer sitting in the corner of the next hardpoint. He's been pushed in. Cristalli is going to be fighting him in front. And that's a kill from Slayer now. Might be able to hold these points even if there are 3 players on the other team pushing in.
Wow.
Slayer with the choke on Ghoul. Ghoul takes him away. With this Kukunon is sitting beyond this kill. And oh my god, Ghoul might be massive now if he keeps pushing that way. IFF is going to get the trade finally. And we do have a lead still on the side of Vivic. But a retake happening from Singularity. And if they hold it for the inside time, they might be able to win off this one. So pay attention, Vivic. Pay attention.
Head for death. Oh, nearly taking down Sim, but is going to get clapped back just on the last breath. Of course, it doesn't change the fact that Singularity have been able to get very close towards the end of this hardpoint. Singularity just trying to hold on for dear life. You can see they're crawling their way through. They do continue to take this hardpoint in their hands. It's 133 to 142, but the next hardpoint is going to spawn up. These two teams fought over one whole hardpoint when they were both about 25 points away from winning. This is how close this game has been, Flo.
How close that has been, but looking at the trade and the support they have, I'm pretty sure we might say it's over for Singularity now. They're pushing in, he's getting traded. Ghoul has his War Machine, and he's spraying to deny everything pushing in, and that's going to be 1-0 lead from Vivic in such a close game. And if we remind ourselves of the beginning of that game and the start of that game, that didn't smell good at all for Singularity, but they came back from nowhere and just finally started fighting.
Yeah, it was just the formation of teamwork that paid off for Singularity. They started off very slow. They tried to kind of take those, 1v1 fights, and even if Vivic are playing on iPad, take that away. I know for a fact they are genuinely fantastic individual players. We've talked about Martishka before. We talked about Cristalli time and time again. They are able to get those pop-off shots on the board, right? But then Singularity realized, wait, no, we're not going anywhere. We need to join up as a team. We need to have those 3-4-man pushes into those hard points. We need to be more controlling as a team. And that's what really kind of turned it around for them. But in the end, it's like they held on to that second last hard point for 2 seconds too long. Vivic, who already had the lead, took control of the next hardpoint, and Singularity just couldn't breach in enough. And in the end, Vivic took that first game, and great game all around. Fair play to both teams.
Fair play to both teams, and I'm trying to do sort of a rewind to see what Singularity could have done better to get that win. Or we can say stuff about the way that Vivic played too, because They were having an massively leading against Singularity at the beginning of that game for almost the first half. They had about a 70 points lead, which is not tiny when it comes to these professional matches.
No, by no means.
From there on, they started choking or messing up what they wanted to do, and this is what I'm thinking about. How could they avoid this in the future, and how could they be more powerful in these attacks and less weak? You know what I mean?
Well, it's like a lot of things, like genuinely like a lot of things, like a lot of sports, like a lot of esports. It's always about being able to adapt to a situation, right? And this is what makes, you know, gaming itself so incredibly talented for so many competitors, is if you're able to kind of switch that in-game kind of mindset like that and go to a different strategy, realize, wait, guys, no, they're shutting us down here. And you got to all do that in the space of, like, you know, 3 seconds, because every second counts. You know, the way you communicate that is always going to vary from team to team, player to player. Hell, like, you know, going all the way back to the stage 4 when we heard the comms that came out from Tribe, right? If that works for them, cool, because they're able to make those quick decisions, they're able to adapt on the fly. And if you're able to do that as a team, honestly, you will be able to counter a strategy. You'll be able to counter a play. You'll be able to counter your opponents and be one step ahead and suppress them. And if you're able to suppress them, it also actually affords you just a little bit more time, because you're the ones as a team dictating the play. So I think definitely adapting is one of the most important aspects of Call of Duty Mobile Competitive, just being able to adapt on the fly.
They need to adapt on the fly, you're dead right. And now they need to adapt themselves according to the game style of INVICTUS, but that's going to be on the different map and different game mode, as we're going to be playing the second one on a Search and Destroy Meltdown. We already know this map is super hard to hold. We always see a lot of B pushes on the side of the terrorist. When you happen to be in terrorist, you just keep pushing towards B. But I think A is a bit underrated, and I might go, and I have to go a bit more for that bomb site. My bad, I'm losing my words. Best, because this is effective when you can play as a group and you can play as a 5-man stack. This is really a good hard point and a good hill to go for.
So heading into this next game, Singularity are 1 down. They lost a hard point. They've lost 3 of their players straight out. It's just head for death and Qlash left standing. They've got to defend the bomb plant. Got to defend 4 members of Viva Gracia. This isn't looking easy for the start of this game 2. And down they go. And Viva Gracia with the first point. Easy.
1-0 for VG. They are attacking, so that's not really surprising. But now, where will they go for? Bomb has been picked up. Oh, he's gonna head over the B bomb side over again. But who's gonna wait for them? Slayer over the Arctic. He's coping. Hard coping, as we could say. He's just waiting for anyone to cross his line. Flashes are being thrown. And as he's getting pushed, Martiska is gonna take him with the Locust. And I remember last time we said we would get a play, the other team, and I think that was House of Fanabis, if I'm not wrong, they banned the DLQ, if you remember, just to avoid Martiska playing with it and another player in their team playing with it. But now it seems like he's mastering the Locust, and it's hurting the enemy's enemy roster now, as Qlash is going to be in 1v4, 30 seconds left. He has to defuse the bomb.
Qlash goes down, and what I kind of notice is that, again, a little bit similar to Hardpoint, even though Search and Destroy is always played a bit differently, Singularity seems to be getting picked off one by one, and they need to kind of not do that, because they have to be able to trade. At a minimum, they have to be able to trade, and the only way you're going to trade is by essentially kind of positioning as a pair, as a group, and look to kind of use that. Whereas I noticed in the first 2 rounds, 2 players being picked off instantly, it gives Viva Gracia way more control.
But how could they control this map even more? That's the real question here, because we are proposing some stuff, but it's not working out on this side. And the strategy they try to use this time is going to be head for death, sitting underpass, waiting for anyone to try to push towards mid or to backstab the CT side, but now nothing is happening. They're both playing super passive. There's one guy sitting by the control rooms. Oh, finally, they're rotating, rushing towards the A-bomb. They're basically pushing in. No one is going to expect this to happen, and Slayer is still scoping on top of the enemy building. He's not gonna guess. That bomb has been planted on A now. 42 seconds left for Singularity to get that defuse. There's still a sniper challenge that's happening on top of the building, but Slen is gonna take one, and that's now a 4v5 to be played by Singularity, and they really need to go for that bomb, even though the other team is already set it up.
Qlash takes out Insanity. Qlash goes down. It's just Nex and Slayer left standing with 19 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be so hard. Slayer's going to do something. The shotgun is going to get another kill. He's actually going to go for it. Is he going to go for the defusal? He has 10 seconds left. He's got nowhere really to run. He's going to do it now or never, but he goes down at the hands of Sin. And even though I respect the passiveness, the you know, the kind of standoffish play from Singularity, right, did not get picked off. They allowed the bomb to get planted. They left it too late to react. They didn't have the players to get the job done. 3 points for Viva Gracia. Very well played for them at the start of this game 2.
Game 2, 3-0 lead. That's massive. Qlash is going to get the trade. Qlash with the follow-up now of the AK. Bomb has been dropped on the bomb site, so they do have the cover and the infos now about the enemy positioning. Oh, why do I keep yawning? So Head for Death is going to get another one. Now it's a 2v4, and finally the advantage on the side of Singularity, as they are playing. It's down 2 players on the Qlash side. You're expecting... I think that they know they're not going to be greedy or aggressive at all. They're just playing around, trying to grab some few kills with the backstab, and you see Head for Death already waiting for someone to pick up. Coping in his own spawn, so that means he knows that they're playing like that.
Like you can kind of see they're pretty much essentially playing a 2-2 split. It's a little bit kind of 2-1-1, but they're at points where they're able to support each other and have each other's back. And they know, even though Qlash is now taking down the X, they know that, like, you know, Viva Gracia, they're the ones that have to make the move, right? All Singularity have to do is kind of wait for them to wait for Viva Gracia to come to them, but matter of how quick will they be to respond as Qlash takes down Qlash. It's just Insanity and left and Head for Death who are left standing.
Okay, so that was a massive mistake on the side of Viva Gracia and on the side of Singularity too, and more on the side of Singularity. Let me explain it. Head for Death was proning on top of mid, and it was just proning beyond like a short wall and a tiny wall. And the thing is, if they lose this round, this is because they didn't check the correct corner, and that was an insane mistake. Insanity is pushing in, the timeout is showing, and Moitushka gets the trade and the double. That's a 2v4 clutch from Viva Gracia, and what a mistake from Singularity. Yeah, you guys choked so hard, come on. What was this?
Oh, it was a real good start to the round for Singularity. They honestly played it so well, but like you said, they choked it, and it could be a 5-point run on the attacking side for Viva Gracia. They're heading towards the A bomb site. The one thing I'm interested in is that Viva Gracia have consistently kind of gone for the A site on most of these rounds in this game too. And Singularity haven't seemed to have too... Actually, no, sorry. This time they've gone for a B bomb plant. But, yeah... And it's kind of worked in their favor because Singularity seemed to set up a defense on the A bomb side, being somewhat called out for it.
That's really hard to watch Singularity being dominated like that. Oh, Qlash is gonna burn clear the Qlash alive. My bad. Now it's a 4v4. Everything is still doable, and they are pushing in together. But Sin is gonna avoid one. Moitushka the second one. He's getting pushed in. Slayer gets one. There's Ghoul. That's gonna be right next to him. And now Ghoul taking one down. Bomb is being defused and Ghoul won't be there on time. That's going to be a B defuse happening for Singularity, and they got the round. Now, 1 round for SNG and 4 for VG.
Oh my god, I didn't think they were going to get that bomb defusal. I was like, no, is that actually going to be a defusal? Dita is. It was a great turnaround by Singularity in that last round, but now they're on the attacking side, right? You got to think, what are they going to do with the bomb in their hands? It seems like they're going for a straight out A site plan, but not before Goal takes a head for death. So instantly Singularity down to 4 players and going for an A bomb site with 4 players up. That's incredibly risky, Flo.
This is risky because they're going to be retaken by the other side and by the other team. Everyone is going to push as a group, and if they are smart, that's what they're going to do. Just push aggressively as a team. And the fact that we do see Insanity pushing on top of the building was sort of a smart move, but unfortunately it won't be successful for him. He's pushing in. Gold is going to take him down easy, 5v1, and that's the 5th round for Vivigraccia. Only 1 round away from taking this win, and I won't say that's disappointing from Singularity because they're fighting hard, but tonight Vivigraccia are in a really good and playing at a really good level.
Definitely. Well, see, that's, in my eyes, that's a little bit of an example of having to adapt, right? Singularity, I get the fact that they went for that A bomb plant, right? But the second they lost a player, in my opinion, they should have adapted their tune and gone, maybe we should look to play for a B bomb plant, which is a little bit easier to defend with less players. But it is what it is. In this round, we have seen them instantly take down 3 members of Vivigraccia. Could this be how they need to go about it, right? Be aggressive, considering they're the attacking side, and look to very much control and suppress Vivigraccia. The bomb's being planted. They have all 4 members up. This is what I want to see from Singularity.
I still want to believe in Singularity because they are known for doing some crazy and unbelievable comebacks. So I'm pretty sure they might be able to do that too today. Slayer and Qlash here are going to be finishing this round, giving second one to SNG. And what should they do? Comeback is real or comeback is not happening? That's what we're about to witness now in these 8th rounds of this session.
Let's be fair. Let's be fair. This is kind of backs against a wall for Singularity. They kind of have nothing to lose. If they lose this round, they lose this game, they lose the series, right? So maybe being ultra aggressive, balls to the wall, nothing to lose attitude. That it seemed to kind of work in the last round, if that's how they played about it. And if they do the same this round, it could work. But what I do like is that they're shifting for a B bomb plant, and that's also adapting. That's a level of a different strategy, means that already Vivigraccia, they're in the back foot.
Maybe they're going for the ST, the SS, surprise strategy. And this is a strategy wherein that says when your team doesn't even know what they're doing, what she's doing, the enemy can't even guess it too. They can't even guess it. So if you don't know what you're doing, the team can't know it either. And that's what's happening now. They're playing. They're not doing the rotation they usually do. They're playing randomly. They're trying to go for kills. They're trying to see what they're doing. And so far, so good for them now. That's 2 rounds in a row for Singularity. And the war is not finished, but it's getting closer and closer.
It is. Hey, Singularity are mounting a very solid comeback. Again, seems like they're going for the B bomb plant, but it seems like Vivigraccia are a little bit more prepared for that. And also Singularity are prepared for a defense from Vivigraccia, which is why they threw out a little bit of a smoke. But it's not before Cristalli was able to get a kill along with Goal. So instantly Singularity down to 3 players. They don't have the bomb in their hands. Goal takes down Insanity. Head for death, and Qlash left standing. No, make that head for death. The 1-man army. He's just going to kind of roll around. He's not actually going to see. Going to go for a 1v2. Takes down 1. He's going to turn around, but he's going to get taken out by Legend. That's going to be game, set, match, series. Point for the side of Vivigraccia as they take down Singularity. 2 is nothing.
As for that, I have to be fair. Head for Death has been super unlucky on this final round, getting so many hit markers. Close range with a by 15. Hello, shotguns. Aren't you supposed to work out that range? Never mind, that's going to be a lose. And a 2-0 win on the side of Vivigraccia. Well played to both teams. GG to VG for taking this win and grabbing a few more points for this Mobile Mayhem League. But now, I think we have said almost everything on these games. What happened, the fact that they had a hard time trying to adapt themselves to the Vivigraccia's game style. So now, this game is over. We'll move on into the next one. That's going to be Iconic versus Banker Black. Hope you guys are ready for this. We'll be back super shortly after this short break.
Listen, I can see the light, but I can also see the bones decay. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm doing my best not to run away. Sitting throwing rocks across the pavement, hoping it'll cave in and swallow me whole. Wondering how the world keeps on spinning, kinda scared of living when it unfolds. Hard to see the light when everything is dying, waiting for the clear. Thankful I'm alive, but terrified of dying. But hey, I'm still here. Is it bad sometimes? I like it when I lose control. There's something in it that's so beautiful. Listen, I can see the light, but I can also see the bones decay. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm doing my best not to run away.
You're the night sky trying to make me see your stars, but the dark gets lonely. Now I see violet, I can feel silence. And the dark's all that I see when your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound. I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. Be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You're the night sky hiding behind dark gray clouds. I can't figure you out now. I see your blue. There is so much cold in you, and the silence is so loud when you go. I just stay dancing with my shadow all day. Watch the time. I can't find the point where our two paths align. But you're the night sky. I'm trying to see your stars, but I've always feared the dark. Now I see violet. I can feel your silence. You always feel so far when your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound. I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be
get lost inside my thoughts, and when I start to think, oh, the tunnel closest starts to end up on the brink. I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep, I bleed. I fell so fast from heaven, it's like someone clipped my wings. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. I forgive the pain you gave to me so long ago. Sleepless nights I laid awake just begging to let go. I almost got to suicidal thoughts, but you stepped in. An angel sent from heaven showed me how to live again. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. My love, I'm gone. I need to be strong. The darkness that tried to swallow me. Some things I fall, but I hear your call. I pray I don't hit the ground. Gravity. 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 Gravity.
Baby, wait, I know that you're afraid, but it'll be okay if you just stay with me. And we can run from here, and we can disappear, and they won't find us where we are going, dear. So baby, hold on to me, 'cause I know I can make you believe in something that only we can see. Oh, so baby, hold on to me, hold on to me.
We are now back for some matches, and what a match that will be, my dudes. Iconic fighting against Bunker Black. Bunker needs to get that win as much as Iconic, and if you guys didn't know, Iconic has been replacing another team from this league. They've played far out of their 5 off-stream matches, and they won every single one of them, so now they are on the 2nd place of the Division 2, as you can see. There's a lot of pressure on both of these teams, let's be honest, because they both really need those wins to keep fighting in this competition. But what do you think? Can you tell me more about maybe the weapon bans and all this sort of stuff? Give me your opinion, Parim. I need it.
Yeah, so obviously it's the same maps. It happens to also be the same gun bans. We've seen Iconic take out the HVK as per usual, or as per a team in a series. and Bunker Black have looked to eliminate or ban the chopper. So it's the same map, same gun bans. I would like to kind of maybe counter you a little bit. I would actually say it's less pressure for Iconic because of the fact that they've won 5 out of their 6 or their last however many 5 offline games. And to me, like, they're gonna be feeling good. They're gonna be feeling pretty comfortable. Whereas for Bunker Black, you know, they're under a new org name. I would say that there's a little bit more pressure on them in this regard. But again, maybe I'm wrong. Only the players know and only the teams know how they're feeling.
Pretty sure you're right. I'm pretty sure joining an org is super stressful, and as soon as they join in, they might be like, yeah, we want to show some good performances, so they believe in us and they keep believing in us and supporting us. But that's the point. If you keep fighting, you keep tryharding, you'll make up for it and you'll make the most of it. And as you see, even if this community is sometimes trying to put down other players, now there's a sentence that says, haters make you stronger, support makes you unbeatable. So now, just keep tryharding, keep riding. Everyone should be playing like this. But why are we going for this Nelson Mandela speech? We need to get on some mobile stuff now.
I just want to know why it took so long for pretty much the whole of Iconic to anyway go near this hard point. Yeah, okay, they've grabbed it under control now, but it was like they allowed the first 18 points to go over to side of Bunker Black. They've turned it around. They have good control. It's 16 seconds, 15 seconds left, and it's been traded up. This is a very even start to the game, all the same, as it's 21-20 apiece with 5 seconds left on this hard point.
And I'm pretty happy to see on the side of Bunker Black, seeing Nicola being back into the comp scene and fighting alongside with Bunker is interesting because I've known this guy for a long time now and I know he's been really good in these pro matches. So now I'm just waiting to see if he can perform that well as he used to do. Tempe is going to get the trade on Squares, get super low, but Shark sitting by miss. Shark gets one, they're going to get traded immediately away by Youssef. And we do have such a great map control and hard point control on the side of Bunker now. Bunker Black.
Yeah, Bunker Black. Anyone, he pulling out some absolutely fantastic moves, although it is a great shutdown coming out as the side of Brady, or should I say the side of Iconic, look to turn this one around just a little bit. Very even nonetheless, not too much of a lead, 25 points to begin with. Nice shutdown by Machines. We see Brady going down. Nicola doing everything he can to continue to leave it in the control of Bunker Black as we are seeing the next hardpoint spawn up in the next 8 seconds.
For 3 seconds before the rotation kicks in, and even if we see the Iconic roster pushing in, they're already controlling this, but we do have a player from the other side. That player is Machine, trying to sit in the sprint. Nikolai's gonna get the trade back. Nikolai sitting by the glitch. Shark with the backup follow. Squares with another, and they cleared the inside area now. That might be an easy, at least 10 seconds cap for Bunker Black. Champions pushing in, but Nikolai will take him down the DRH. And I'm surprised because without the HVK and the chopper, according to me, this game is even more enjoyable to watch, Centurion.
Yeah, but oh my god, Nicola, can you just calm down? 13 kills and another one. And another one. DJ Khaled would be proud of you, my friend. Nearly makes it another. Indeed, that's going to come out 93-34. And I was kind of looking at these hard points and I was looking at the way Iconic was playing them. By no means was it bad, but Bunker Black just rampaging through these hard points, gaining control, getting kill after kill, giving nowhere for Iconic to really go in these hard points. And again, another one has spawned up, and we are seeing Nicola being the suppressing fire foreside while the rest of the team rack up those beautiful points.
Nicola, I told you this guy's impressive, and he's showing us tonight. He's just popping off He's getting almost every single frags on the map already. About to get 20. He's getting pushed by the stairs. And Illusion is going to end his streak. I was about to say, imagine if he gets a nuke in a professional map. That would be hilarious. But oh my god, that so glad. I think he's putting so and giving so much help and support and freedom to Bunker Black now to get those frags done. And on the other side, they're already leaving the game. That's a bad habit that players have, that they leave the game, so they don't get and screenshot it. But we're not into those anymore. Yusef is going to be the last player alive, and he's going to be the player on this side of Iconic. But that's the end. Bunker Black taking this first win with a massive lead, 112 points, and Iconic dominated for and by Nicola. I think we should call this Iconic versus Nicola.
Yeah, I'm low-key very disappointed with the members of Iconic leaving until the game is ended. There's no doubt that their deficit was probably beyond repair, but at the end of the day, out of principle and competitive integrity, I'm a firm believer of it's not over till it's over. You don't leave until, you know, the game is over from that point of view. So definitely a little bit disappointed on Iconic, but then again, for the side of Bunker Black, you said it, right? It was pretty much Iconic versus Nicola. Insane play from himself. Great work as a team nonetheless, and they take this game one.
They take this game one, not pretty easily, but with a really good control and domination on their side. But I appreciate the fact that Yusef didn't leave. That's fair play. That's really fair play from Yusef.
Oh yeah.
In a 1v5. So shout out to you, Yusef. Everyone follow him because he's been the ballsy dude on the Iconic side, staying until the end and trying to fight even if he knows. Already knew that was over. And now we're moving in straight into the second game, Search and Destroy Meltdown. And according to what we've seen now and how effective were Bunker playing throughout this game, do you think that's going to be a second game from Bunker, or Iconic might get some adrenaline shot now and stuff going on so they can wake up and destroy them back?
For sure, it's not out of the grasp of Iconic, because Nicola isn't going to be overall able to ramp up and continue a certain level of momentum, right? Because it stops and starts, you know, point by point. But at the end of the day, if you're Iconic, you kind of need to shut down Nicola to begin with, and if you can track where he might be rotating or what kind of pattern he's going to pull out, you can kind of use that to your advantage. But again, it's a matter of how much adapting can Iconic pull out in these games. We are starting this game 2 off, and instantly the members of Bunker Black are going for the B bomb plant.
Getting to these B bomb plant is going to be impressive, and now that's still a 5v4 to be played for Bunker Black, having a 1-man lead now compared to the other team. We see the players from Iconic trying to rotate around, coming from the back, coming from the control rooms, but Machine Squares are already going to kill them and take them down. Calonfern gets the trade back on Warvac. That's now 2v4, and even if we believe in them and we believe in Iconic, it sounds pretty hard to do, and it seems that it's going to be almost impossible for Calonfern to get this win and this round in the pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, first point going over to the side of Bunker Black. Well executed. It seemed like they knew what kind of strategy they wanted to pull out for this first round. Will they stick to it? Will they look to switch things up? I wouldn't be opposed to them switching. Keeping 2, because it worked so effectively in the first round. And Iconic seemed to look so suppressed with the Molotov being thrown out. Shark U2 gets that first kill onto Brady. Illusions does a return onto Machines though, so it is going to be a clean 4v4. The bomb yet to be planted, although Shark has it in his hands. He goes forward. He gets a kill onto Yusef. 4 against 3, although Illusions, Qlash back. Does take out Nicola, the powerhouse. Let's see if they can work anything with that.
back from a 3v4 to a 3v2. They're playing and moving together, which is super smart on their side. There's only squares that is a bit separated from the rest of his teammate, but the bomb has been tossed on the B bomb side. He just tagged the bomb, trying to plant it just to fake it, and now he's going for the full plant, as we do see Illusion and Kyle playing around these control rooms area. Illusion is going to throw his utilities on, trying to get this kill, but Shark is waiting back. The Qlash is going to take him down pretty easily now in a 1v3. The flash has connected on Shark. Now in a 1v2, he's trying to push back in, but Warvac again by the other Qlash is going to give a second round to Banker Black, and Imperium. That is not the end.
You know, credit to Iconic was definitely a better round for them, even though they still lost it. It was a better round. They traded kills. They didn't allow the bomb to be planted straight out. Yeah, so I'm gonna give him a shout out for that. Now the thing that worries me though, this time, is that Bunker Black has still gone for the B bomb plant. Now I've noticed that Warvac has the bomb as opposed to Shark this time. I don't know if that's done on purpose, but it's worked for now. They've taken out 3 members of Iconic.
Yeah, they're checking down 3 members on the other side, so that's basically a 2v3 to be played by Iconic soon. They're going for this retake with 35 seconds left on the clock, and until this bomb explodes. Now, Champion Brady, they're playing around. Champion has 1 frag, Brady has none so far. And with a sniper, will he be able to close this 1v3? I swear to God, I want to see this from Brady. Connect these bullets, try to get these shots hit, and get these defused. But unfortunately, with 15 seconds left, that looks basically impossible. And that's going to be a 3rd round going on the side of Banker Black. And they're going on the same line and on the same level that they've been playing at for the last game. They're just popping off and destroying now.
Yeah, and it's overall a very well coordinated team effort from the side of Bunker Black. Even towards the end of that last round, I noticed that even though they knew they had the man advantage, they didn't stay quiet, right? They were constantly, they were looking for the members of Iconic, and I'm gonna respect that. As now the bombs have been planted, Skulls got that first kill onto Illusions. It is 5 against 4, although not before Machines gets taken out by Kyle on phone.
4v3, Warvac gets another one. I'm even trying to think for Iconic and to witness what they could do to avoid them from being decimated by Banker Black, but I don't see any possible way that they can come back from this now. That's going to be a 4-0. Kyle on phone is still in 1v3. He's connected. Those tiny shots on Shark, but Shark is going to take him back and take him down for a round. How could they come back? They're playing as a team. They're moving together, but it seems like this is not a team play problem. This is a problem about, basically a problem about the individuals. Like, they're not winning their duels or their fights enough, and that's causing them to lose.
Fair. This is the last chance for side of Bunker Black to get a point as the attacking side. It's very rare in the Mobile Mayhem that I've seen a team capture all 5 points as the attacking side. Will that be the case on this game, in this series? As Bunker Black, they've already taken out 2 members. They've seen the other members of Iconic, and we are going to see Warvac just kind of somewhat disengage away as he takes shots behind that block. He does indeed get a kill onto Kyle on phone. It's just Brady and Champy that's standing.
Warvac has been pushed by 2 players on the right side. I think they're waiting to stack up together just so they can get the kill connected. But Champy is going to get him on a time in 2v3. They're pushing towards the A bomb site when the bomb has been planted 23 seconds ago. Shark is going to be fighting the first one, taking him down with ASM-10. Brady with a full weapon, and Shark ends this T side for Banker Black with a 5-0 and a flawless lead. And now, as they're moving into the CT side, will they manage to get a 6-0 against Iconic, or will Iconic at least win a round? This is what we're about to see, and only future could tell on Imperium.
Shark was just like, access denied, my friends. I'm looking on to Iconic. Brady has the bomb in his hand. They're going for that B bomb plant. It's a safe bet. for now. Early bomb plant? That's a little bit risky, especially when you haven't lost, when you've yet to take down a couple of players. Although, just as I said, a Warvac and Skulls goes down. Iconic seems to be in control as the attacking side. It kind of low-key makes sense. Now it's just a Shark that's left standing for the side of Bunker Black. He takes down Yusef. He's going to look for shots on the Champy in towards behind. He's going to go for the rolling shots, but Champy takes him down. And Iconic grabbed their first point in this map.
Iconic grabbed their first point. Maybe first of a streak, first of the comeback. Please, Iconic, we want content. So please do this for us. But it seems hard.
Definitely.
I think, what about you? I think, okay, that's my opinion, give me yours. I think that the T side fits these professional teams more than the CT side, right?
Overall, it does depend on the team, and it does, of course, depend on the map, but I would say that, give or take, yes, most teams would prefer to be the terrorist side. However, that does come with pressure, right? Because when you're the terrorist side, you're nearly kind of expected to win. You're expected to dictate the game of play. Illusions takes out Warvac. He takes out Shark. This is rampage for the side of Iconic. Still up as a full squad. I don't know what's happened to them, but they're changing for the better in terms of their profit, their points, keeping this game alive.
Keeping this game alive. I think they'd rather go on the T side. Let me explain my point of view. Just because when you're on the CT side, you don't control anything. You literally don't control anything. You don't choose what players are pushing in. So you have to literally handle the stress that's happening when the other team is pushing in, and you can't even predict it. While when you're on the T side, you decide where to go, you decide where to push, and you know where people could be coming from. So basically, I will myself, I feel more comfortable on the T side, and it seems like the T side is working way better for Iconic than the CT one. They're winning 2 rounds in a row now, getting and going for this A rush, and maybe for a fast A plans, or are they going to play a bit passively, pick at 1 frag, and that's done for Malaysian. Yusef with the follow up, and that's going to be a safe A bomb plan for Iconic.
Wow, nice stuff coming out indeed. It's not before it's going to be traded. Shark comes in, but he's going to get taken out. His machine's left in his own. He's going to go down at the hands of Kyle on phone. And 3rd point in a row for Iconic to bounce back, to clear out. But again, let's be fair. Let's be fair. If Iconic is to grab their next 2 points as the attacking side, they will go into the deciding point as the defending side, right? Where they lost all 5 of their points.
Jumpy, Machine gets the trade. Brady with a backstab. Now it's only Yusef and Brady fighting in a 2v3. They still have the bomb in hand, so that's good for them. Trophy has denied a utility from Bunker Black, but now they're all rotating around. They're playing together. Machine and Squares are basically moving together. There's one player that is Yusef sitting in the Spurn, and Brady sitting on top of the T Bulden. Nazir is going to camp on top. I'm pretty sure they're going to push towards the A-bomb side, and no one is waiting and looking at that place for Bunker Black, so that's going to be a retake because the bomb will be planted soon, reducing the time to 45 seconds on the clock.
You see Yusef, while that bomb was being planted, essentially running rings around this area to try and get some form of information, because planting that bomb on the A side as a 2-man team, I don't know if that's going to work out. Yeah, you know that it's only 1 extra player on the opposing team, but that's still not going to be easy. Brady at least turns things around. He gets a double kill and Scoots. It comes out this 1v1, and Brady clusters it up and keeps the hopes and dreams alive for Iconic in this series. 4th point. It wasn't easy, but god damn it, they made it work.
What's happening? What's happening now? Are we about to witness a massive comeback from Iconic? Are Bunker Black just shirking on purpose? Please don't tell me you are. Yusef is going to pick another frag, and the streak is not ending for Iconic now. In a 5v4, everyone is set it up towards the A-bomb site, and if they go aggressively, they're going to be weighted by the enemy team, so don't go for any greedy picks. Just play passively. Hold your counter-terrorist. You just counter the pushes! Stop making me yawning. Look, making me yawn. Sorry, that was one word and one verb.
Oh, illusions! Oh, spicy meatball! Shoot that bad boy down. And what I absolutely love is the fact that they're going for switcheroo, B bomb site plant. The reason why is because they know the members of Bunker Black are by the A bomb, so therefore it has to take them longer to get to the B bomb site. It gives more defense and more controlling of an area for the side of Iconic, and also they're not resting, they're not presuming they're gonna win. They're playing it safe. Warvac goes down. That is going to be the 5th point in a row. Both teams grabbing all 5 points as terrorists. But again, this is a question that I asked earlier that is going to be answered. Are Iconic going to be able to turn it around, or will we see Bunker Black do what they've done so far as the attacking side and grab the last point of this game and potentially the last point of the series?
Bunker Black just lost their stop. What is happening to Bunker now? They're not even able to manage to get these final rounds. Shark is going to play the bomb pretty fast and pretty quickly on the B-bomb site. That's going to be a 5v5 retake. And I have to say, that smells really bad for Bunker now, as the other team is being super confident. They're being aggressive. They're playing and moving together. And the massive retake happening on the side now. Arthur Iconic is going to be super hard to annoy and to deny. Machine is
smoke.
Gonna get one illusion. Yusef is gonna trade back on squares. Nicola with a follow up on Champi. They know there's a player coming from behind, so Machine might be moving on a timing. Nicola is gonna get some more. Nicola, are you the man of the game that was gonna save them? And Yusef is gonna get the snipe. Brady gets Warvac. Shark gets the trade, and Brady now in a 1v2. 6 seconds, and that's the end. Bunker is not gonna lose this game. That was a close one from Iconic, but that's gonna be a 6-5 for Bunker, and woo, that was short. That was short. That was... I can't even express. That was... messy.
Man.
Messy.
Man. Okay, so Iconic made up for the first game, right? They completely redeemed themselves from the hardpoint game. They gave everything that Bunker Black handed them. They gave it right back. They gave them a taste of their own medicine. You know, mentally, right? Mentally, to go from losing the first game pretty badly, let's be fair, to losing the first 5 points of the second game, to come back and win the next 5 points. Come on, like, how often have you seen that happen, Flo?
Never.
Like, all it took was one loss, right? They were against match point. One mistake when they were the attacking side, and that would have been game over. But they pushed Bunker Black to the absolute max, the absolute limits in that game alone, and my metaphorical hat off to those guys.
Yeah, impressive job, impressive mental strength on the side of Iconic, because when you get destroyed that hard, and it might hurt, I can tell, and you go into another game, you get destroyed even harder, getting lidded 5-0 on the first CT side, then you move into the C side, and I think they just went, okay, it's now or never, my dudes. If we want to win this game, we can't surrender, and we need to give everything that we have in the back and in our backpacks. Show us and show them some special skills that we are hiding for so long that now they need to come out. This is what happened. That was a really good try on Iconic. 5-5. Bunker Black managed to get this final round, to get this 6-5 and a clean, not a clean, but a 2-0 win, and get and win some 20 more points for the standing. So they're a bit safe now when we talk about their spots in these Mobile Mayhem. Yeah. Impressive games, good content, good competition there. And now we're moving straight into the game number 3 of the night, my dudes. This game number 3 is going to be Invictus versus APHELION. Hope you guys are excited for that one. And we'll be back after this short break.
But it'll be okay if you just stay with me, and we can run from here, and we can disappear, and they won't find us where we are going, dear. So baby, hold on to me.
been chilling, watching the ocean with you. Baby up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our growlings when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Cause you got me holding. And I'll be running, possessed by a low, low voodoo. Fired up like a wolf on a full moon. And we're stuck in a la la land. The tides will turn without us. And I'll be killing time like I might be a cartoon. Take it in real life like haiku. I know we got the good vibes when pieces fall right into place. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Cause you got me holding, play me like a bass guitar, simmer down and mess me up, tripping like I'm Jimmy at Woodstock. Drive me around in your red Ford, shivers down my spinal cord. Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding,
Next matchup is happening. You guys saw that Invictus fighting against APHELION, and I'm gonna go on straight for the weapon bans. Nothing surprising, same bans, HBK and Chopper. Nothing really surprising. Oh, after such a great game, what am I expecting from this? What are you expecting from this match against between APHELION and Invictus? Right.
Well, I was expecting different weapon bans, but that got shut down pretty quickly, of course. Look, you know, Invictus versus APHELION, two fantastic teams. You know, when you're looking at how both teams realistically play, I really think it's going to be very hotly contested, and we haven't had a 3-game series yet tonight, right? Both series have been 2-0. I think we could very possibly have a 3-game series on our hands with APHELION versus Invictus, because I really can't, in my eyes, right now, not that I'm an expert, I can't separate these two teams. They're both fantastic.
They're both fantastic, but as the game is starting, we're going from some other map projections actually. What are we going to play on? The first map is going to be Hardpoint Qlash. Second one is going to be Search and Destroy Firing Range, and the final one, Domination on Standoff. I want to see Domination Standoff, so please bring us and get us to a third game, my dudes. That's what everyone, the viewers and ourselves casters, are waiting for.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, we're going, you know, kind of to the hollow grounds with this Hardpoint going on to Qlash for the first game of the series, and see initially a couple of kills going over to the side of Invictus. Nobody's really like, yeah, we've seen it early control by APHELION, but nothing super heavy as of right now.
Nothing super heavy. We saw a contest from INVICTUS trying to destroy players sitting on the side for a Cold or for APHELION, but it's hard to get these first Hardpoint fully controlled out. They can come from literally everywhere on the map. There's only pillars that are covering people capturing this Hardpoint, so it's going to be hard, but still surviving now. We do have a player sitting by the long wall. Jim is going to take one down. He's pushing it for the contest. He's missing the second, but Saturns is going to give him some help. Zox from behind is going to be traded by Sav, and everyone is now trying to rotate towards the next Hardpoint by the bottom hotel position.
I've also been kind of tracking Pizza's job in the early parts of this game, and I think he's been one of the kind of main standout reasons why his team has been able to take control of this game, because not only was he able to distract, you know, divert some action away from the rest of his team. This next Hardpoint is spawned right on the building that he's in. He had control over for a while. He's allowed the rest of his team to come on through. So really, in my eyes, his Pizza is the standout player so far in this game.
They're fixing it. They're fixing it now. Control is happening from APHELION, controlling this hill. Marvel was in such a powerful position, but Owen is going to kill him straight away with this wall bang, and that's now a comeback from APHELION, getting closer and closer to that lead. They're only 3, 2, and 1 point away. Here we go for the perfect equality. Rotating around to get to this bar. Jim with the gravity spot, he's going to take a few players down, and now they're pushing into the spawn. Bot is going to get 2, and Bot is pushing on top thanks to these ladder. Sav, we already only see trip mines in the kill feed, but that works well on the side of APHELION. They are taking control over the next hill.
Yeah, APHELION starting to get on a bit of a run, right? They got the majority of that last Hardpoint. They left that last Hardpoint with about 10 seconds to go to prepare for this Hardpoint. And even though it's now been lost in their favor before Jim just took out Zux, it's still great forward thinking from the side of APHELION. And even though they're in the lead, due to that, it's still so incredibly close between these two teams.
Still so incredibly close. Yeah, you are dead right. But the contest is happening. We do see INVICTUS fighting as hard as they could, and they're already camping in the next spawn to take control of the next Hardpoint. But in fact, even if they keep this Hardpoint for the entire duration, and this next one, I mean, that's not going to give them the win in any ways. So they need to keep grinding, keep tryharding, and even go for this next rotation after this, because there's still a threat here. iBot is going to be taking 2 players down, pushing straight into the spawn. There's only 1 player alive, and that's crazy. That's going to get destroyed by this annihilator from Bot. He's already placing himself in the next spawn, in the next point. And as they're being pushed in, everyone on the APHELION side is ready to fight.
Beautiful play. And it's not like INVICTUS are playing badly themselves, but it kind of seems like it's gotten to the point in the game where they're playing constant catch-up with APHELION, right? And it seems like the way, you know, APHELION are not giving INVICTUS an inch to get back into this game. It's good stuff. Really good stuff from APHELION.
Yeah, Saturn's that Spanish beast popping off in the side with this Warrior Machine. Destroyed every single enemy trying to get close to the start point. As you can see, according to APHELION, as we see the rotations happening, they think that this is safe now to go away from the last hard point to go straight into the next one, because no one will contest this. They know that the next one is a key one to hold to avoid APHELION to win off this one. Unfortunately, for APHELION, Invictus are already set it up. They're ready for the fight, ready to go into war and to deny every single try of pushing in.
Good stuff by Own. Good stuff from Invictus. They have a hell of a long way to crawl back. But if they can grab pretty much the whole of this hardpoint, I reckon it's going to be pretty even Stevens. Good position coming out from the members of Invictus. They're spread out. They're not all huddled into that one building. But if you look over onto the side of APHELION, they're sending a few players forward. Pizza onto iBot's going to be traded up quite nicely. But Invictus doing their best to hold on to this hardpoint with 20 seconds left. That's exactly what they're doing. Two members inside this building. Pulling out the point. Pulling it out of the bag. 138 to 112. But again, next hardpoint spawning up. APHELION, they're going to forget about this one. Invictus, you need to think, wait, we can't let this next one go over in their favor. We can't let them grab firm control, but we need to prepare. We need to be proactive.
They need to be proactive. They are being leaded by over 12 points, make it 14 now. And now they're getting in. That's a cluster strike happening from APHELION now. It's being flashed. Pizza has been taken down. Crazy coming from the side is taking every single enemies from this hard point. And as they're pushing in, the chain mine has been thrown. Saturn is going to get Marvel with the back, but Pizza is coming from behind. And what a control that is in the contest. Saturn is pushing in aggressively, denying every single enemy player pushing in that. And we need Toby to get even faster on this hard point, otherwise that's going to be over. There are 8 points from winning. He's being pushed, and instead of going for that frag, my dude, you should just go for the next one. There's no way the comeback is happening. He's being pushed. Oh, they're denied. 1 point away. And what a save from Toby, giving the win to APHELION. What a 4-man kill. Toby, out of your heart of your mind. That was insane.
Invictus just didn't give up. They just didn't give up, right? They didn't give up right until the very bitter end. That's why I wasn't really talking, because I was watching how they were just crawling, point by point. They were like, no, we can't lose this one. We can't lose this one. But in the end, APHELION did what they had to do. They got that final point, 150 to 149. What did I say, Flo? What did I say at the start of this? I said it was going to be a close one. Could you ask for a closer game one? Could you ask for a closer game one? Are you not esports entertained, folks? Insane stuff from both teams.
Why do you stare at me like that? Please stop.
It's just like, dude, it was so good, man. So good from both sides. I will say that APHELION did deserve that win. They did. Nothing against Invictus, but APHELION did deserve that.
That was insane.
Great comeback from Invictus. It was such a good comeback. Like they were. I think it was It was like, I think it was 127 or 130 to 67, right? And then Invictus got like the whole of the. God damn it, man. God damn. Thank you, guys. This is so good. This is only game one. It's only game one.
Dude, there were 4 different players from Invictus on the last hard point with about 3 seconds remaining for them to get that win. But now, what they did is Toby came in with the Goliath, took every single enemy down. Even the last one, we saw the last one, there was 1 second left. Listen to me carefully, 1 second left on the clock. And these guys just slided in the side and said, okay guys, I'm gonna get this win. But no, Toby got the kill like within half of a second. And these team managed to push straight into the hard point and control it so they can get the win. This game was basically incredible. The comeback and the fact that both teams tried it so much was insane to watch from our point of view. And I'm pretty sure viewers enjoyed it as well. But now, dude, how can we do How can we even guess what's gonna happen in the next Search and Destroy game in firing range when these comebacks happened in one single match? That's insane, dude. I have no words. That's insane.
Man. Like, just credit to both teams. Credit to both teams. But, of course, we are going to slow things down a little bit, right? We're going into Search and Destroy. And it is going to be firing range. This is a mode that requires a little bit more control and, in my opinion, structure as a team. Because even though we talk about the terror side, the attacking side, overall being able to control the pace a little bit more, when you are the counter-terrorist, when you are the defending side, if you're able to position and structure yourself as a team, you're well capable of shutting your opponents down. Game started. We see APHELION are going to be the attacking side for the first part of this game.
Now we're going into Search and Destroy. You know what? I'm just going to forget what I just said because otherwise I'm going to be out of my freaking mind for the entire streams. I'm just going to forget. I'm going to go into just like nothing happened. And hey, we're getting into another game between both professional teams that are APHELION and INVICTUS. And they're not fighting on this Search and Destroy. There's 1-0 for APHELION. And what should they do now? What do they basically do to get this win? They just need to play aggressive for the T side, obvious stuff, and to play defensive on the CT side. Obvious stuff. Yes, I agree.
Boom goes down. Marvel responds back. He gets a double kill onto Owen and B. Picks up the bomb. It's going to be 3 against 4. Great play coming out from both sides. The 3-man push towards the A bomb site. But of course, it's yet to be planted. Pizza does indeed get a kill. Eyebot on the Zux. Crazy goes down, but Pizza's the last player standing. He's inside the container. It's 1 against 2, but Eyebot gets a drop shot successfully pulled out, and the first point goes over to APHELION again. The start of this game, passive. Teams are respecting each other, trying to get the information. We saw both sides trying to get the information, and it made sense. Either way, good point of access and good start for APHELION.
Good start for APHELION. Sarton speaking the frag on Crazy, and they're pushing super aggressively towards the B bomb site. Pizza denied one guy, but is rotating around. Zux gets the follow-up. Zux is going to get traded. Zeem, Sav, and Jeem, sorry, gets the other frags. That's now back to 2. The 2 Saturns is falling that into mid positioning. And as Bumber is sitting by, the sandbag is going to get pushed from behind. How is he escaping this situation now? Owen was trying to get the trade, but Saturn choked that spray and is rotating back towards the B site now.
Going for the bomb plan just yet. He's actually engaging forward. I think he knows that he kind of needs to go for the kills. Or at least take 1 member down of INVICTUS. Although the more he runs around, higher the chance he might expose himself.
Yeah, there's a chance.
Again, not planting the bomb. Now he's going to go for the A side bomb plant. I think that's a little bit risky. I feel like the B side would have been a little bit easier to control. Let's see how it works out for him.
What he's doing now is super smart, even though that's greedy as hell. That's super greedy because he's going to get double picked. Bumber is right in front of him, and Bumber gets the kill. That's going to be the second round going for INVICTUS now. 1-1. But he played around. He played smartly. That could have been a good play because what he was about to do basically was rotate towards A long, go in toilets so he can get the guy rotating. But I think he didn't expect both players from INVICTUS rotating towards jungle. This is why they surprised him, because they played as a group, which is a really good decision they made. Decision making was accurate on this one because you're in a 2v1. Why do you go 1 by 1 instead of moving as a group? This is what they did. They worked successfully, and that's why they won the second round. And that's back to a perfect tie.
Now, APHELION, Saturn, bomb in his hands, looking towards the B bomb site, while the rest of his teammates are protecting around the A bomb site area. Maybe creating a little bit of a diversion, Saturns. It's a bit risky. You're on your own for now. Nobody's gone down. Very muchos respetos from both sides.
How is he getting the hit? Oh my god, Bomber, you're nasty! Bomber, come on! Oh. These man's accuracy, dude.
Oh. Oh. Oh, those shots were so spicy. They deserve to be on an episode of Hot Ones. God damn it. Nice point going over for Invictus. They take the lead 2-1 as the defending side, I might add. So maybe if they need to switch things up, maybe they need to be less passive and a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more controlling, or look to, of course, pick off one of the Invictus players before going for the bomb plant. That's not the case just yet. They're looking, and they planted it on the A side as it's still a 5v5.
Jim picks up Bomber. Now they're playing around. Marvel is going to be sitting with his ACOG Arctic, which used to be toxic, but now it's really well played and used. Zox is super low HP. Crazy is going to take Bird down, trying to cover the flank. Bird is going to be awaited. He's trying to get the wall bang on Marvel. Marvel is going to run away. Missing the bat. Sav gets the trade. Now it's a 2v2. Sav gets another one. He's going to get traded back. Pizza pushes in. And that's the third round for Invictus. Yeah. And looking at how the game goes, we might be seeing a game 3 that keeps going that way for Invictus.
Yeah, definitely. I would say APHELION, one, they've gone a little bit too often on the A side. And two, planting it too early when it's still a 5v5, considering how good Invictus are, you're really making you're taking a huge risk in that regard. B, already takes out Saturns. It's instantly a 4v5 for the side of APHELION. It's their last chance to get a point as the attacking side. It will be returned on to Owen. It's still 3 against 4.
Yeah, and Sav is being pushed from behind. That's a trade coming from Zux, and now iBot is going to be in the 1v4. Playing by the Qlash for Owen. He's going to miss the timing, and that's a 4th round for Invictus. Switching side.
Perfect.
Is happening. But let's see now, how are the APHELION players going to handle the CT side as the aggressive push is going to be happening from Invictus towards the A-bomb site now. As we can see, they're all pushing towards this plant. And are they going to go for a strategy where they go for a pick, then their plants are just for an aggressive plant? I think they're just going for the plants as they got control over the type bomb site now.
Well, they can afford to kind of plant that bomb early and in theory lose a point, right? Because by planting that bomb early, you are forcing your opponents to make a move. And when you force your opponents to make a move, in theory, you force them to expose their rotation, their positionings, right from where they started. So it's going to make sense for Invictus. Let's see how it works out. It hasn't worked out for now. As Crazy as the last player standing instantly gets shut down. And that will be a harsh lesson for the side of Invictus as the first point on the defending side goes over to APHELION, and it is going to be 4-2, still in the favor for Invictus. Now that they've learned how APHELION react to an early bomb plant, what are Invictus going to do about it, Flo?
Invictus aren't good when it comes to attack, but we saw that CT side fits them better, fits them more, as we could say. So now they're going for a passive playstyle. They're not pushing at all, and they're just waiting to see if the team that is APHELION is trying to get in. But now James is going to get a wallbang headshot on Zux through the wall by the A-long, sitting by the A-bomb at Qlash. That's now 5v4. And they're still not moving at all. They're waiting for them to push as it's a... Oh my god, James is incredible. Jim. Are you going to face a third player? Are you going to take him down too? Oh my god, no way.
No real core positioning by the side of Invictus, right? You know, I'm all for waiting and respecting, but I feel like it was a situation for them to switch things up and go for either an instant B-bomb plant or an instant B-bomb positioning as kind of a full squad or as a 4-man squad, but allowing themselves to essentially get picked off. Although, just as I say that, it's a double kill for the side of Invictus. Crazy's left on his own, but he gets taken out by Sav. It is going to be a double kill by Sav, and it's 4 points to 3. This is possibly the comeback for APHELION.
APHELION trying to come back. Are we going to see another iconic stuff trying to come back and then losing 1 round away from the win? Or is APHELION going to succeed in this try at least? They're pushing in again. Invictus are just going for the A side when they go aggressive. iBot is going to get low and tagged. Oh my god, this termite from iBot is going to deny the bomb plant. Now Zux picks up the bomb. He's going for that RPG jump shot. He's going to miss the timing on Zux sitting by the Qlash. Marvel is going to take one. And if Marvel is coming from behind, let me tell you, this is going to be deadly. It's Hudson's. He's going to get one. He's going to get two. On coming from behind. Sab with the ending. And now that's back to a tie. 4 rounds for each team. 2 more rounds to go for both of them. And oh god, I'm surprised by that game. I can't even tell any time what they're about to do.
It just feels like Invictus aren't trying anything different. They're just not trying anything different again for pretty much the 2nd round in a row. Kind of look to be heading towards either the A side or switching in between both, right? There's no like kind of core, we're going for this area, right? And on one hand, I get that because pinching between the two, your opponents aren't sure which one you're going to go for. But there's a time and a place to be controlling, and I think this is the situation. This is a time for the side of Invictus to try and be controlling. They've already lost 1. Make that 2. It's just Owen Pizza and Crazy left standing. In between these 2 bomb sites, the members of APHELION have them pretty much surrounded. That's the thing of being in between 2 bomb sites, right? Your opponents, they're able to surround you.
Able to surround them. Marvel got already 2 fries, and as is coping and where all the enemies are standing, they are rotating towards the A bomb site now, going for an aggressive push, and I think who's the player sitting by the Qlash waiting for them? But gave away the info. The termite has been thrown on site, taking 2 players low HP, and that's a double frag from Toby with a super smart play. Marvel is going to end the round coming from behind. But Toby with the termite, and I think, why would you push on the side before throwing a trophy down to avoid every need activities to go like that? That was such a predictable thing to do from Toby, and they didn't even go for some they didn't even pre-fire this, and what a mistake that costed them the round. And now APHELION is just run right away from winning a pro.
They are 1 away from winning. This could be another 2-0 series. It will be the most exciting 2-0 series we've seen for quite a while. Or could we see the side of Invictus grab a golden point on their side and make it 5 apiece? They need this win. They need it if they're gonna keep their hopes and dreams alive in this game, in this series. Sux is low in health, but he's holding on for dear life. Flash is being thrown out. The members of APHELION, they're crawling in. They're pushing in by the cabins. They get 1 kill. They're going to get 2nd. They're going to get 3rd. It's Crazy and Own that's left standing. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. It's Crazy. He's left on his own by this A bomb site. It is 2v1. No, make that 1v1. iBot against Crazy. Can Crazy pull out the Crazy play? He's going to get half a shot onto iBot, taking him down to half health. Time's ticking down as the bomb is planted. Crazy playing around this cabin area, proning down all the way through. But he's gonna take down Crazy, and APHELION is gonna defuse the bomb. They're gonna take this series, another close one, but in the end, they come out on top.
Let me say something. I choose you to be the mastermind of this series. You were incredible in this Social Detroit. These players were insane. Even if you saw some of the good stuff happening on the other side, Jim being really solid for the sniper, Sab being aggressive and getting these double fries and do straights whenever they needed to. Marvel gets the first picks, and I think Marvel has to be the open fraggers on their side. And Saturn's was playing alongside with basically Sav. They were playing together with the QQ9s and just getting some kills, moving together in someone's eye, the other going to do the trade. So that was really smart from APHELION, and they're taking this clean and really deserved 2-0 win against INVICTUS. And let me remind you guys, 150 to 149 with an incredible comeback on these hard points. Now this really good game on Search and Destroy, and this comeback too. That was a comeback too. They were being leaded 4-1 actually, and they won 5 rounds in a row against INVICTUS.
It was just like, again, INVICTUS didn't play bad. They really didn't play bad. If it was a lot of other teams, they probably would have won overall the series. But the Search and Destroy was just a little bit disappointing, because it doesn't matter if as a team you are more suited as the counter-terrorist, right, as the defending side. When you are the attacking side, you have to do something with that. You have to be able to, you know, pull out a different strategy, try to be controlling. Whereas it, you know, at no point, as far as I know, at no point did INVICTUS go for a core B bomb plant. It was either a bomb plant or in between the two sites. That isn't good enough. That isn't good enough in terms of trying something different. Time and time again, they allowed APHELION to swarm around them, gain control, and when you're the attacking side, you're the ones that have to be, you have to manipulate your opponents into an exposing position, and yeah, INVICTUS just didn't do that. Still a damn close series.
Damn close series. And now, as I'm super hyped, I'm excited for this next game too, as we're gonna go to a short break. Let me just tell you about this game that's gonna be happening between Centurion and Victory Symbol. And after we come back, I'm gonna give you and tell you something really crunchy and interesting about Victory Symbol. Right? We'll be back after this break.
and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air, like a blazing flare. Just stare, cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Said that you moved on. Where did I go wrong? I tried to make you stay, but I guess my love wasn't enough. Was it me or was it you, love? 'Cause I'm dying to know. Why do you wanna end? Was it real or just pretend? Tell me, why do you wanna end? Was he really just a friend? No sign of you at all. Was it real or just pretend? Tell me why you wanna end. Was he really just a friend? Cause it's plain in my head, every word that you said, I ain't worked it out yet. So why do you wanna end? Was it real or just pretend? If there was any sign that our love was in decline, I would have begged you not to go. I would have given even more. My heart is breaking up inside. Can't believe our love has died. Guess it's out of my control. Why do you wanna end?
You guys have been asking for that game, and you have been asking a lot of questions about, hey, how is Centurion not playing? We need to introduce you the team that is replacing Centurion. They won't be playing for points because obviously this is too late now, so they can catch up on the delay they have compared to the other team. But let me introduce you. Let me read the names so I pronounce them correctly. Alpenfestung. Welcome, guys, to the Mobile Mayhem League, and you're going to be taking the spot of Centurion that disbanded according to the infos we have. And Alpen are going to be facing Victory Symbol tonight. Unfortunately, for now, at least for the first game, that's going to be a 4v5. But the cool info about Victory Symbol is that for the first time ever in the Codem history, Victory Symbol is going to be playing on phone only, and only on phone. I need to say it twice so you guys understand.
And it is important for them to grab these points for them to qualify as well. So, you know, even though they're only playing as a 4-man team, this is still an important series for them. For the side of Alpenfestung, who we overall know relatively little to nothing about, to read out the players' names: Ace Books, Islip, ZZ, Heolin, and Milkbeer. There's obviously, in theory, they've got nothing to lose, but I would say they've got a little something to lose now, because they can't lose a 5v4, right? They, you know, an extra player is so, you know, it's so valuable. So I would say there's a little bit more on the line for them. May not be in points, but it's definitely in pride. It's definitely in you know, mentality. It's just in terms of like losing a 4v5. Oof, that would be a feels bad man indeed. Looking over towards the maps, we have Qlash for hardpoint, we have firing range for search and destroy, and we have standoff for domination. We do have finally Flo, we finally have a different gun band. Gonna be of course HVK being banned by Alpen, and Victor Symbol, they banned the ASM 10. Now, considering they probably don't know too much about their opponents, do you think there's a reason why they've decided to ban the ASM 10 as opposed to, let's say, the Chopper?
I'd say because they are sick of the... If they ban and if they keep banning HVK and Chopper, the other team is basically going to use ASM-10. So if they avoid... I think ASM-10 is harder to fight against than Chopper.
Okay.
No, yes. That's I said it right. So I think this is why they did that. But you know what? Even if that's a 4v5, I still believe in a Victory Symbol, because 4v5 is still doable in every sort of game modes as long as you play as a team. So the team play is going to be the thing that they need to focus on now. This is the only possible way they could win this game against Alpenfestung.
I think it's so important that as a 4-man team, they really play strongly together. They kind of realistically, in my eyes, can't afford to try to pick off the members of Alpen one by one. That's the way I would look at it. So I'm excited to see how Victor Symbol play around this. We know that Search and Destroy, which is going to be the next map, is a little bit easier to handle as a 4-man team, because again, it's point by point. So if they can grab this hardpoint game, as they have indeed taken control of this, or they will take control of this next hardpoint that's going to be coming up right now. This could be good. This could be really solid for the side of Victory Symbol.
You know what? There's something I'm really worried about is that I'm scared that the Victory Symbols team is gonna mainly go for kills and not for the objective. As they are down one player and they're in the 4v5, they might go and think, okay, kills are more important. We need to get the kills first and then the objective. But by the way, low so far, there's a good lead of 50 points coming on the side of Alpen, and they should maybe switch their game style. I know it's easy to say when you're not playing and when they are in a 4v5, but still, they need to get and to put everything in this game. Otherwise, it's already lost, and we all know this.
Do you also think there's an element of Victory Symbol also trying to play aggressive, go for kills to get used to playing on the phone and to try and find their limitations as a player on a phone and just learn in that sense? And even though they kind of need the points, getting that core phone practice in an aggressive manner could be more beneficial.
It could be more beneficial, but yeah, maybe they're trying to look for the game style and the thing that fits them the most.
Yeah.
By the way, it looks Dev is going to be getting the triple frag. This Annihilator is being pushed, and Mark Beer is going to take him down now. That's a pretty consistent kill amount on the... Oh, there's an AFK. How could you be AFK? Okay, Nev was just tossing out his Predator missile. This is why he was sitting in the spawn. I was about to say, how could you be AFK in a game where you're already playing in a 4v5? That's such a terrible choice. But now, what they need to do is rotate around. Nev is already throwing in the cluster strike. Just trying to deny the rotations. And he already has his hot streaks unlocked because Nev is on 14 frags now. Nev is just popping off for Victory Symbol.
Definitely is. 48 to 81. Credit to Victory Symbol. They've somewhat gotten back into this game. Seems like they're playing a little bit better as a team. They are finding those kills in duos and trios. As Alpen. Gonna see Isip come in, get a double kill for his side, but it's gonna be instantly shut down by Christo. And where are the other members of Alpen, right? You know, at least in terms of trying to gain control of this current hardpoint, finally comes through, but it felt like they were a little bit slow as a team to get to the hardpoint and losing valuable points along the way.
That is true. They've been a bit slow, and I might say the game is gonna be... No, I can't say that. It's not gonna be over. We do see the Qlash being thrown back. Nev is gonna be sitting in this, and I think Nev is just straight gonna go into the hardpoint, being covered by his teammate. Teammate are just gonna push, toss the Annihilator. No, Nev will actually play at the bottom side of the hardpoint, while the other one just will play on top. So what they need to do now is cover the oh my god, I was about to talk about this. APHELION just puts towards the ladder, got a guy down. The guy is moving in, trying to deny it. It's being contested from behind. Nev is not expecting this, and he's gonna be shotted down by Spooks so quickly. We do see Magister pushing in, but will that be enough? He's pre-firing the stairs, and oh my god, that's Alpen just destroying now the Victory Symbols roster. And I could say the game is already over now. They have control. They're denying every single try from Victory Symbol to push in. And this game is down now. 1-0 for Alpen. Nothing really surprising. Even if there are... I think they are a tier 2 team. There's nothing really surprising about this because that's a 4v5. And that's really hard to play anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Really good stuff from Alpen in terms of reacting to the Goliath being dealt out by Victory Symbol. Again, Alpen may be a little bit slow to respond to one or two of those hard points. Because you do have to take into account that Victory Symbol only playing as 4 players, but all the same, you know, Alpen overall, I don't think they presumed too much that they were going to win. I feel like that they kind of played as if they were playing against a full 5-man team, and that is quite respectful in my eyes.
What happened here, dude? What happened here? I'm fingers crossed. please, can a player from Victory Symbol join in so it's a fair 5v5? Because otherwise, I think this game is already close and already over. He's going to be searching the shore in a 4v5. Like, easy bomb plants, if they can't deny it, easy bomb plants, 5v4 man advantage. How is there a possible way for Victory Symbol to win this against Alpen? I really hope a player is going to save them and just join the lobby. Otherwise, we might call this game over and just move on to the next one. Even if that's not over yet, this Search and Destroy is going to be deadly, which is important for.
Yeah, and as much as Ronan, our back-end producer, is doing what he can to try and seek out a Victory Symbol player or reach out to Victory Symbol for them to seek out a player. You know, coming into this into Search and Destroy, Alpen, an unknown commodity. They might only be tier 2, but it seems like that they have a hunger and a fight to suppose prove people wrong in that sense.
Have a long fight to go through. A really hot fight to go through now. Just waiting for every single player to be ready. I think they are expecting a teammate to join in, but let me check real quick. With can you guys tell us if someone joined? Oh, they have a last! They have a last. So here we go. Now that's going to be 5v5 between Victory Symbol and Alpen. And I don't think it's going to be the same ending for Alpen. I don't think it's going to be the same ending.
Well, yeah, no. So, Search and Destroy, I did say that, in theory, Search and Destroy, I believe, is manageable as a 4-man team, right? Because they're going from round to round. But I will say that also, you know, compared to a game like Hardpoint, where you can kind of get ramped against round, you know, point after point, hardpoint after hardpoint. There's no kind of break. There's no kind of, even if it's just for a second. Whereas with Search and Destroy, you have that, right? So Alpen can kind of go through each round and try to learn a bit more about Victory Symbol, how they play, how they attack, how they defend, and try to use that as a team, if they can, to then mount a bit of a counter, right? I'm not saying that's going to be the case, but I would say that is an element of the Search and Destroy mode that can benefit an underdog team like Alpen in this situation. I do expect it to be a lot closer. To be fair, I expect Victory Symbol to win, but anything could happen.
Anything could happen now between Victory Symbol and Alpen. We're just waiting for the last player for VS to ready up so we can just jump in at this next game. That's going to be as the last one, Search and Destroy on firing range. And Search and Destroy firing range. Now there's Chopper in the game, so wall bangs are possible. That might be interesting to watch. I'm a bit curious about the way this game is going to go. That's because there's another gun that we haven't seen for the last 3 series. So this might be switching a bit the content we've been having for about 3 games now.
So Alpen have the bomb for the first part of this game, and I think that's overall spelling good. And they're playing a very different rotation. They're actually wrapping around the other side of the bunker. And even though 2 of their players make that 3-4 of their player, actually 4 of their players kind of got caught out across the way. I'm gonna give credit to, you know, to Alpen for trying a very different rotation around this bunker and the around this container on the A bomb site. However, it's 1 point over to the side of Victory Symbol.
1-0 for VS. Cristo City in the trailer. They're pushing super aggressively towards mid and sandbags. And that's a nice strategy they're using now. They're just going for that push. Denisio jumping in. Cristo is going to get one. Malky with follow-up behind us. Magister with the backup. Nev with another kill. Denisio with the final. And only Macbill now left alive, who's going to die to the Denisio spray.
Okay.
We can feel that the 5v5, they feel way more comfortable now for Victory Symbol. We can definitely feel it.
Alpen Slow down, guys. Okay? Slow down. Okay? Sometimes taking a step back gives you more knowledge and more information than pushing forward. The DCR are trying something different by going for the bomb site. Nev takes out Boogs. Meltbeer turns around. It's going to be taken out by him. It's going to be Howland left standing. Alpen, you got to realize that you're not going to win on the fights. You're not going to win on those actual battles. You need to take advantage of the fact that you are the team that have the bomb in your hand. You can manipulate and look to try and catch out the members of Victory Symbol. You can't go for the aggressive pushes in this regard. Not until you absolutely know you have full control.
How massive is that destruction from Victory Symbol against Alpen Festung? Basically, they can't do anything. Seems like they can't even rotate towards somewhere. They've been spotted out. They're being destroyed. Nav is going for the wallbang fire. Just spraying through that wall. Oh, he's spraying well, but ZZ is gonna get the trade back. Hades, he's spraying. Melby is gonna fall down. Now it's a 4v3 in favor of Victory Symbol. ZZ gets another trade. Howland with a follow-up. He's gonna get traded back. Oh, what a 180 from Howland, but the finisher, Magister of the snipe. 4 rounds to 0 for Victory Symbol. One more to go on the T side while they switch. On the TT side while they before they switch to the T1. Does it sound or does it look like the T-Star?
That was a little bit better from Alban. But I kind of can't help but feel that the damage is done, right? They're 4 points down as the attacking side. 3 of their players are by the B-bomb side. Sip, who had the bombs in his hand, is being sniped out by Magistar. And Victory Symbol are just doing what they do in terms of defending the areas, defending the marks. Christo's going to go down. Milkbear turns around and gets a kill onto Genev. Could be turning around in the favor of Alpen.
Magister has such a fast, how do you say? Fast reaction time. Yeah, reaction time was super quick. Super quick. It's so like even not for about a quarter of a second, and he killed him straight away. That was a really good move. Oh my god, ZZ is gonna die to this molly from Magister. That was a smart throw. Now in a 2v2, we do have Meltbeer sitting around the tunnel position, and the other one is sitting just behind the jungle. But as they're both gonna push in towards mid, are they gonna pre-fire right side? They're pushing in, getting low. Denisio is getting the trade now. 20 seconds left. He's being pushed from the right side, and he's choking this. Finally up and winning a round in this Search and Destroy game. Basically, that's. I
like that. That was good by Alban. That was definitely better. And they planted a bomb when they knew they had the man advantage. It was solid stuff by the 2-man team of Victory Symbol. They kind of pushed together and they did trade those kills. But in that time, it was just too much damage taken. Howland came in and finished the job. Good stuff all the same by Alpen. But at the end of the day, the attacking side has been switched over to the members of Victory Symbol. What are they going to do with the bomb in their hands? Christo looking towards the B bomb site while 3 other of their players are staying and hovering around the A bomb site.
Staying around, playing slowly, not aggressively. And the thing is, if Megbeer picks now, that's going to be an easy kill on the bomb. And that would have been an easy kill. But as everyone is rotating towards the A bomb site instead of Victory Symbol now, this run is not going to be easy at all. The thermite has been thrown in, the trophy too, and here we go for the bomb plant for Victory Symbol. The bomb has been thrown down. Bomb's down now, and Howland is going to pick a frag. They're going for a retake.
I would say it was a bit risky for them to plant the bomb when none of the players of Alpen had been taken down. ZZ's going to get 1. He's going to get another. It's 2 against 1. Of course, the bomb could look to be defused. Magistar gets a kill onto Milkbeer. Sniper in his hands. Time's ticking down. 10 seconds. ZZ. He's got a close range weapon. Magister has that long range weapon. Beat sticking out. Bomb has been defused. Great play by Alpin. Great push by ZZ. Point in the favor of Alpin. They're still behind, but they're keeping the hopes and dreams alive. It could be the turnaround. And at the end of the day, Alpin have won a game. They win this one, it's going to be another 2-0 series.
How could you miss someone just pruning? Magister, we've known you in better days. How can you miss these sort of sprays? Nev switch from the Chopper to another gun now. It's still ZZ alive and Heroin, the perfect duo in that game. They're both top fragging in this team of Alpin, but Denisio gets super low HP. They're retaining now over the A bomb side, and I'm pretty sure they're not gonna expect it now. The rotation's happening. They don't have any info. ZZ is finally looking back, and instead of trying to go, oh, they're pushing back in. They're pushing back in. They got one. Denisio got the trades and the double spray, but that was a good strategy. They went back for a bit, broke the timing. They moved back into the B side, played super aggressively, rushed towards the sandbags, towards bottom 10, and got them from behind. 5 rounds for Victory Symbol, 1 round away from winning this game. Actually, an impressive job, and some big brain plays coming from Victory Symbol.
So with the bomb in his hand, they're going for a bit of a B shoot. The Sip is going to take down 3 members. You walk into the Molotov, you're going to pay the price, and that was one of the quickest rounds I've seen for a while. 5-3. Maybe game point for the side of Victory Symbol, but Alpin, they're staying in it.
Oh, what is happening to Heroin now? He's so accurate. He's so accurate.
Oh, no,
Sip.
Sip.
How is he surviving this? Oh, it's flopped! No!
Sip. Oh, Sip!
1G.
Oh, you hate to see it. Oh, effing the chat boys for sipping through the Molotov, but actually hit against essentially the container of the kind of bomb plant area rather than inside the trailer. Oh man, such a missed opportunity, because that would have been easily, I reckon, a double kill for that. Now the bomb's being planted. Howling with the sniper in his hands, looking in the direction of the A bomb side. It's still 3 against 4. It's not out of the woods just for the side of Alpin.
Oh, Magister.
Magister takes that boogs.
Oh my god, you nasty
he gets a double kill. Magister, you absolute animal. You absolute animal. As the game is going to be over. It is going to be match point 2 Victory Symbol. A little bit like we expected, right? Off the back of the first game where they didn't have a full squad, they came in search and destroy with a 5-man team. And they ruled the roost across the board. 6-3, and we will be going to a game 3 for the first time in tonight's games. It is going to be domination. It is going to be standoff.
Standoff domination. The first BO3 of tonight's streaming session, actually.
Yep.
And Victory Symbol are dominating as we expected. You mentioned it, because as they were playing the 4v5, that wasn't the real team that we saw playing. But now that the 5-man stack is ready against Alpin Festung, that's such a good name, guys. I love it. Keep it.
Yeah, I do love the name of the team, Alpin Festung. I think it's very cool and it's unique. So by all means, definitely keep the name, and keep on growing, keep on evolving. To be perfectly honest, use everything you can from playing against a team like Victory Symbol, even if it's a 4 or 5-man team of Victory Symbol. Use what you can in terms of absorbing and learning all the information, and of course take that forward. But moving on to this standoff domination, right? It's a little bit harder to gauge because we can't directly go off the hardpoint game because Victory Symbol only had 4 players up, right? So we can't really go, well, you know, this team won this because they're similar game modes, etc. We can only go a little bit by search and destroy. And if we're going a little bit by search and destroy, I would have to say Victory Symbol are going to come out on top But I don't know about your thoughts, Flo.
I would agree. I would agree on this just because Victory Symbol were massive in this Search and Destroy. They've been doing such a great job, and now that it comes to another respawn mode, we've seen that even if they had a rough time, we saw that the fact that we're playing the 4v5 was super hard for them to handle. Now they have a 5-man stack. It might be easier, they might feel more comfortable on these rotations and in these control, these team play, these trades, everything that comes along with it. I'll go for Victory Symbol 2 just because I don't know the potential of Alpenfest doing yet. I'm not trying to put them down, but it's just a feeling that we both have actually, and looking at Victory Symbol and how good they've been throughout this entire tourney, I'll go for them for this game too.
Say that, sorry if you're in a little bit of noise in the background. I would just say that, look, I'm always open to be proven wrong. Prove me wrong, Alpen. Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong. Just waiting for the player to get in. Waiting for it. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, just waiting for the players to ready up so we can get into this final map of this series. It seems like multiple players are just kind of biding their time. That seems like we're going to have all players ready up. We will be getting into this game very, very shortly for you guys. Domination, standoff. Who is going to come out on top? It's a frantic game, right? It does pause halfway. Kind of thing, and we reset, so there is that little bit of reset period, but it's not much. It's constant go where you have to be able to adapt, react, and play to your strengths, expose your opponent's weaknesses.
Now let's see, both in flags are being captured. Basic, simple, but the B flag is going to be such a mess, and as the SM-10 is banned, and they're going to use the chopper and sit on top of the buildings to kill every single enemies, capturing the mid flag, which is Bravo. And of course they're rotating around, just pushing for the stadium control. Denicio is going to take one. Denicio is so accurate tonight with the DRH, and he uses it pretty well. That's a really good trade. Trade backs happening on both sides, but when are they going to be able to push towards B when is a push happening from one of those teams? This is what I'm expecting now, and the question I'm trying to get an answer for.
Gnev, his position on kind of essentially the roof of the building is doing...
Basically what's happening now was what I was guessing. ZZ is going to be playing with the chopper on the other side. He's been mastering it so far. There's still Gnev on top of the building who's going to shoot every single enemy's down. One player left, and here we go with the FHJ. We'll be able to destroy him straight away. That's happening. That is basically happening now. Hedes is pushing from behind, going towards the top position, and B flag is happening. B cap is happening. Oh, it has been denied. They needed just a pube. That it was a pube away from capturing this B flag.
I was just gonna say, like, Alpen had to shut down Gnev. They finally did, and they're very close to taking this B site. It has gone down. Credit to the side of Alpen. They are overall getting the better of the majority of Victory Symbol. But I think that was mainly because Gnev was kind of holding on to one position for the majority of the early game, which meant that, of course, it was in theory a 4v3. So now with the B side being captured by Alpen, Victory Symbol need to join up as a full squad and do what they can to recapture the B side.
That will be your nasty dude. You nasty, eh? He's doing the job for his team now. Throwing the termite on an insane timing on C. He's gonna get one, he's gonna get two, might be getting the third manu. Gnev is gonna shoot him down. That's a trip mine kill. He's trying to hit the B. He's being pushed on top. Gnev is gonna die maybe soon now.
Oh, Gnev!
Come on. No, that's the end. Gnev is dying to sip spray.
Like, I know Hades is the one with the most kills for the side of Victory Symbol. I think Gnev has been overall just a little bit more impactful positionally for the side of Victory Symbol. B-side has been captured. They are clawing back this deficit. Nice play by Gnev. Gets one kill. Gets another. Gets a third. Gnev, will you just slow down for a sec? Just slow down. God damn it. Insane stuff for Gnev.
Gnev has already 15 kills and Hades has 15 kills too. Both are so incredible tonight. I'm pretty sure if Hades is gonna get one ace boost with the double gravity spikes. The game is still super close, but that's gonna be a 4 points lead for Victory Symbol in the start of the second round. And what a game that is between both teams. I'm actually surprised by what Alpen are offering us tonight.
I would say, you know, man, Crystal and Magistar, I don't know what it is, but they're kind of not really being that impactful for the side. Again, outside of Gnev and maybe Hades, you know, Alpen are kind of getting the better of the members of Victory Symbol. Both teams have captured their side of this domination in terms of A and the C. We have seen Hades pull out some absolute insane kills to rack up the shots for himself and allow the B side to be captured by Victory Symbol. They will start to now maintain this lead, continuing on forward. Gnev gets another double kill for his side, and it is just domination, no pun intended, for Victory Symbol in this game so far at least.
I was expecting it to happen, but the fact that I see someone playing with the ICR and hopping off with it is actually the most surprising thing. Gnev gets a double kill, 24 frags now, 20 for Hades, and on the other side we do have Ace Books popping off too with 18 frags on the counter frame so far. Oh, he missed the gravity spike, but still gonna get Magister down. There's one player sitting on top of Kitchen, another one by Serio is getting super low HP by these tags, then Isio is gonna be the next victim. And here we go, they're going for the C push. And Gnev is going to be the one trying to deny this C. He has a VTOL. Gnev has a VTOL as he's playing with Persistence on. Easy. Imagine if he's not playing with Persistence. That would be incredible. But yeah, he's using it. 5 Persistence users on the side of Victory Symbol. And 5 on the other side too. That they can't even complain. Second round is basically Titanfall. DC's Battlefield. This is everything that you guys were expecting for just destroying the entire map. Gnev is getting so many frags with his VTOL now.
Wow.
That is such a mess. I'm stoked. I'm stuck on his point of view, basically. Stuck on his point.
124 to 99 and counting. Gnev look for another kill from behind onto Sip. Indeed, that's going to be the kill for himself. He's on 30 in this game, and another one before he gets shut down. For Alpen, I know it's tough, but honestly, you need to shut down Gnev. If you don't shut down Gnev, this game is absolutely over. Until you shut down Gnev, you're not getting back in this game. It's like he is a 4th point for Alpen, right? He is a 4th point for his side.
The 4th point for his side, and the fact that we do have Magister still alive. Oh, there's still 2 Goliaths on the other side, both pushing towards towards C, sorry. And if they capture C, that's going to be the end, because there's no way they're coming back from this. And Isio and Magister are sitting with Goliaths around the C flag. They know that they only need a single cap, and Magister is 20 HP left. He's being pushed, and Sip will take him down. There's only Denisio left now, trying to survive, but no Goliaths left on the side of Alpen. And I'm pretty sure if they still heard it, that's going to be the end of this round and of this series between APHELION, not APHELION, Alpen, Festung, and Victory Symbol, where VS is basically going to take the win in such a good game that was still close. But the win is happening on their side now, as everyone is pushing into this C flag, is contesting the flag, but that's not going to be enough. GG's to Victory Symbol.
Indeed, that's going to be game over. That's going to be win onto Victory Symbol. But I will say, Alpen, you pushed them to the limits. 139 to 150 wasn't a walk in the park. It was not a walk in the park. For the first half of that game, the only reason why Victory Symbol stayed in the running was because of Gnev. That was the only reason. Nothing against the rest of the players, but that was the only reason. Victory Symbol were losing the first half. They were overall losing that first half. Yes, they did manage to eventually capture the B-side to increase that kill, but it wasn't by much. It was the second half that Alpine probably lost the most. It was the second half where Victory Symbol kind of got their shit together, so to speak, and kind of gained a bit more of control. But again, 150 to 139. I tip my metaphorical hat off to Alpine coming into this as an unknown team, and yeah, okay, they won a 4v5, but I can hand on heart say that if that was a 5v5, based on what we saw in Domination, they could easily have won hardpoint in a 5v5.
I swear.
They full on redeemed themselves, and yeah, huge shout out to them. But in the end, Victory Symbol proved to be the dominant force and do use their experience to their advantage.
I've actually been really surprised with dead right on that point. I've been really surprised by what Alpine Festung just offered us tonight. Even though, yeah, you said it, 4v5 in the first game, but yeah, in the 5v5, the domination was so unreal from their side that even the 5v5 couldn't have changed anything, according to me, on this game. Hardpoint, they would have won it anyway against Victory Symbol. And the second one in the 5v5 was a bit harder to handle because as they are fighting against Victory Symbol, that is an organized team. They do have stress. They play as a group and they are training for a lot of months. Yeah, they've been training for months. Sorry, fighting against this is not an easy task. But now the domination game showed us the potential that Alpine Festung has, and
for sure,
I have to give you some claps, my dudes. Please keep tryharding, keep focusing, and keep grinding because you guys deserve it and you have a really good potential. So keep going for it. That was a really good series. That was the first BO3 of tonight's streaming session, and a really entertaining one, I have to say, even if the beginning was a 4v5. Now we need to move on to our next match and next series, even the last series of tonight's streaming session. That's going to be Qlash fighting against White Dragons White. Short breaks, you guys are used to it, and we'll be back just right after this.
feet and forced me down a dead-end street when all I had went up in flames, burning only dark remains. I cover up every part of my skin, oh, 'cause I don't like the person within, oh, I know I'm the one to blame. All I can do is take the shame, oh, do is say goodbye, refuse to question why. I'm just sad to say I'm sorry, so lie and pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. Whoa, I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs, too many things to criticize. So I leave it all behind. Don't wanna live a lie. A lie.
of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. Oh no.
Empty hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. La 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 la, oh oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar.
Alright, everyone. We're coming back, but with some unfortunate bad news. This game between Qlash and White Dragons White won't be taking place tonight. For a simple reason. There's another tournament currently running, and this is the grand finals, and Qlash has to play these grand finals, so that's going to be a DQ for Qlash, and points for White Dragons White. We are disappointed because we wanted to see this final match after this clean BO3 that we just saw and we just watched between Victory Symbol and Alpenfestung, but now I think it's time to say goodbye, Imperium.
It is, even though it was a shorter amount of matches, I really genuinely feel it was, and even though we only had, well, no, we had two, we'd one best of three, should I say? But really, all these games tonight, especially the Invictus versus APHELION and the Alpenfestung versus Victory Symbol games, they were two incredible series, and it was really, you know, such a good set of games. So yeah, in my eyes, very successful night of games.
And that was a good streaming session, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please, quick reminder, if you guys want to be notified with every update from COD Mobile, make sure to follow them on social medias. Make sure to drop a follow to Imperium 2, to this Trevor channel, because this is where the Mobile Mayhem E-League is broadcasted, and maybe some other tournaments after that, so some other events with Mobile Mayhem. Make sure to stick around. Imperium and FloSkiLL were on the mic for tonight, and we'll be back on Thursday for this week 5, day 2 of the season 3 from Mobile Mayhem. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you later.